Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a best of 5 between MoonGlade from Australia as the Zerg in the top right and Ryung. He's called X-Ryung here, but his name was noted as Ryung from Korea. This is the American WCS, and it is kind of the round of 4, I believe. Sorry, the round of 8, I believe. So the quarterfinals, and yeah, these two both very good players. It's just that it's Korea versus Australia, so I have to root for Korea. Come on, realistically, that the Korean dude has the highest chance of winning. That is just the way it is, and they just work harder at it or have better coaches, whatever. The fact is just they manage to win way more often than any other country at video games, that is, in general. So yeah, China, of course, kind of a similar strategy. They also have these really good teams that come on the tournament scene a little bit later than like European teams and American teams, but they do grab the first prize in most of the tournaments that they play in, or at least, well, get to the finals. And that doesn't mean that there aren't European teams that are better than the Asian teams. It just means that, well, the Asian teams are really good. Anyhow, we have no scouting going on yet. There is one scouting drone in now, and he's going to see this command center coming up. He's going to see there is no barracks up yet. There is no gas up. And yeah, he is going to try to do some damage. He is not going to see that there is no gas up because he's not walking into the base. And this is never going to chase. I don't think so, at least. I'm pretty sure they have the same movement speed. And since they have similar trajectories, it should not result in any hits. But as you can see, 15 hit points now. So it is not going to result in a drone kill, which is excellent for our Zerg player. He did overextend a little bit with his drone there. And as you can see, the SCV just, well, following him all the way there. Finally gets chased out by a second drone. He's going to see the spawning pool is coming up. The spawning pool obviously after the expansion. And that means that, well, we're going to be a little bit late on our queens. But yeah, we can produce 2 queens at the same time, so there's that. And as you can see, both of the hatcheries do have a queen producing now. It's exactly the way it goes. It always goes. The Zerglings are coming up. Let's see where they actually spawn. It is in the main base. That's a shame. If this base spawned them, it would be much better. But anyhow, we are going to go over here to scout whether there's a base up here. There is not. So I guess all he needs to do now is scout around a little bit and then go back home to maybe mine a little bit. I don't know. Do something useful at least. Factory is coming up. Barracks already producing some Marines. Obviously, yeah, you don't really need that many Marines in the early game. Unless you want to go for pure Marine strategy. But normally, yeah, we don't see that a lot. It is, of course, all up to the Zerg player. If the Zerg player goes for Zergling Baneling, maybe with some Mutalisks, like Jadong likes to do, then, yeah, pure Marines will work out just fine. You will have no problem at all with that. And, yeah, you kind of get screwed over if, or as a Zerg player. And that's why I don't understand how one of the best players in the world can actually think that strategy will ever work. And he's lost so many games with that strategy already. But I guess he's still figuring it out or something like that. Anyhow, 4 queens out and we are producing 2 more. Yeah, just gearing up against, I guess, some medevacs or something like that. I don't know what he's gearing up towards. But getting a lot of queens out and, yeah, lots of queens means normally good air defense. Wow, the Zergling actually managed to get the kill there. So yeah, the bunker goes down, supply depots blocking off most of this, and we finally do have the Hellions coming out. He did switch that. Yeah, we saw him build the reactor on the barracks earlier, and he obviously switched that. We're going to get Stimpack, Combat Shield, and then maybe build a factory to do this a similar thing on that tech lab. But yeah, we're a long way away from that. So let's see, engineering bay is going down, and for the rest he's just producing some more Hellions. Just wants to get 6 Hellions up. 4 Hellions is good enough to one-shot all of the small units, so like drones and Zerglings. But you normally want 6 up, because with 6 you can actually attack the queens successfully, because you can always attack the queens. It's just that you won't have that much success with it, and as you can see, they are going to do pretty well against those Hellions. Hellions backing off, but now we have 6. Now we should be able to do something, but not going for it. Infantry rifle, Stimpack, infantry armor, all kinds of things producing. We do have the Widow Mines producing now, which is, well, are produced 2 by 2 as well from the factory. And Widow Mines are just so strong against Zerg, because they can wipe out the Mutalisks as well as well, all of the small units, obviously. So they can wipe out whole groups of Banelings and Zerglings. But they can also take out, well, Hydralisks, as I said. Oh, sorry, I said Mutalisks, but I also meant Hydralisks. So everything that groups up is in danger of getting killed, and obviously Widow Mines are a very flexible unit, so you can put them down wherever you want, as long as there is no vision from your opponent. It should all be fine. And look at this, he's attacking these rocks, but because the things got in the way, they get killed as well. So it's cute, it's cute. And yeah, if he knew there were more, he would do the same trick again and again, of course. But he can't see that. And we are going to produce more Marines, I guess. Yeah, now has a starport coming up. And an armory. Yeah, kind of the standard build-up to the late game. We have a bunker coming up, some supply depots to wall this off. And so now you have to walk all the way around it. And yeah, there is a Widow Mine here. The Widow Mine would do a little bit better if it were over here somewhere, because then it would only catch the ones that are actually trying to sneak by, and here catches anything on the ramp. Normally people will run up one unit onto the ramp and yeah, just try to bait out those Widow Mine shots, and they will be successful if this Widow Mine stays here. Though, because losing one Zergling to Widow Mines, not a really big deal. So what is the tactic here for our Zerg player? It seems that he is going for Spire. And yeah, it's not a great counter to what's happening here, but at least it's decent. It will deal with those Hellions, which have been very pesky. They have been all over the place, and the Marine doesn't even die. So the Mutalisks will actually take down those... wow, look at that. Holy crap. So many creep tumors. Yeah, that is going to be too much to handle for the Terran player, because that is going to spread like wildfire, and then if he scans it, he's going to get a few of them, but definitely not all. And are we going to come in with, well, the armies against each other? No, they actually, well, they miss each other with a few seconds in between. And here we go. The army goes over here, but also there's a big attack on the minions, the workers over there. And this is what I meant. One hit from those. Oh my God! Second hit there, and that is C. How do I rewind? I don't know how to rewind with this one. I don't think there's actually a hotkey for it. But yeah, I will play this again. It's about 12 minutes when it started. But this was a huge fight, and I think we can clearly see that. Yeah, 1,500 more lost for the Zerg player, and that is not a good situation to be in. This was definitely the fight that made it happen. Yeah, just no detection. Didn't expect the Widow Mines to be there, and just completely got owned by the Widow Mines. Widow Mine's taken out so many units. And yeah, there was a detonation on the Hydralisk as well. That is why it was so tragic. That's why they had to retreat. They are going to run back. It seems that we do have a large army over there. That army, however, is not going to be very good against the mechanical units like the Widow Mines. It is, however, going to be excellent against the Marines. But the Marines split, and yeah, they really don't get a whole lot done. One detonation here, and that is about it. I don't know where the Mutalisks went. Oh, they are over here. They did get killed a little bit. Well, only a very small amount, so it's not a big deal. So, yeah, what are we doing then? We are marching all the way to the other side. This map is pretty open, but yeah, in the middle you have these two entrances to the enemy base. So one over here, one over here, and then they're all the way on the other side. There's one as well. But yeah, so I guess technically there would be three. Yeah, we are going to march through the other with the Zerg and just go straight into the base. He's going to take out quite a bit. And can we actually get the workers? Yes, we can! Holy crap, that's a lot of kills. And are we going to detonate? No. Wow. What? Why didn't us... The Banelings were in the middle of the group but didn't detonate. That was definitely a mistake. Probably had them set to move instead of attack move. They would have done so much better because all of those Marines would have died. And now, yeah, we have to question ourselves. Was it worth it? I mean, he did a lot of damage and that's why he came back here. But still, was it worth it is a whole different story, of course. 58 workers killed though. Yeah, so I guess it was worth it. There are no more workers here. There are no more workers here. Well, few. But yeah, everything got wiped out, basically. The Marines are going to try to do a counterattack, but yeah, there's just too much mobility on the Zerg army to make that a successful thing. The Zerg currently is ahead, I believe, because he is actually mining, and income-wise, yeah, we can see that he is mining way more, like 60% more. And that is not a good thing to have as a Terran player. As any player, really. So many of these creep tumors. Can't really reach all of them. So he's going to have to scan again. Sorry. Yeah, Mutalisks are coming out. As I said, Mutalisks not the best, but the Banelings clean up underneath them. And we have more Banelings coming in. So this is how that strategy is supposed to go. But because there aren't a whole lot of Marines, this can actually work. Obviously, this is not going to work when you have a lot of Marines. And yeah, did you see the detonation there? Yeah, we are getting close to this. Oh, no. The Banelings took it. Or the Zerglings, I don't know. But they took out two. One more remaining. He might actually get a nice shot off on these Banelings. But yeah, by now he knows that there are some units burrowed over here. So he's not going to fall for that a third time. And I guess he does need to clear those. In the meantime, we are getting a new base up in this, well, what is that? This is a 3 o'clock position, I guess. And wow, there you see it. So many detonations. These Widow Mines are so good at raking in the kills when people aren't watching. And that is kind of what happened there. So all of the Widow Mines did detonate, and he's checking that now with these few Zerglings. He's going to come in afterwards with the rest of his army. And oh, more Widow Mines. If he could just burrow them before they got spotted, that would be good enough. All of the Widow Mines get cleared out though, because we now finally have some Overseers. And the Overseers' range is pretty big. So keep that in mind. They can see these Widow Mines well before the Widow Mines can actually shoot at them. And I don't know what the range is on these, because it doesn't actually have an attack, so it doesn't have a range either. But there is of course a range. And are we going to be able to march into these? No. Oh, So many. Ah, they did get some shots off. I don't know what they killed and what was actually suicide, but not a whole lot of Terran stuff died there. That is not good. I don't know what's in the bottom here. Maybe that's another base coming up? Because we are watching the fights, but obviously these players, they just go between the fights and the buildings. No, 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 it's just a few Zerglings. Just checking it out. And yeah, the energy is basically gone. I mean, there's a little bit of energy on this one. But you can't really do this. So you can't really heal up all of these and still have energy remaining. So yeah, we are going for this base then. This base is of course undefended for now. And yeah, there are no units coming up. Yeah, the Widow Mines are going to burrow to protect against this exactly. Yeah, the Widow Mines take out everything, and then the rest of the army has to clean up here. They are going to get out though. And yeah, a few workers got killed. Not a big deal, to be honest. But we are going to clean up a little bit. There you go, Mutalisk. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is our Mutalisk. Mutalisk cleaning up the rest. And yeah, the Terran player says, well, once you're busy there, I will start attacking the other way, and it will distract you enough. Yeah, the Widow Mines on this side really took out the first group of Zerglings, the group that was actually intended as, yeah, just to clean that up, and then he had to pull his whole army to this side in order to get this to work. Obviously, the best defense is to have overseers, well, near your bases, because, well, you don't want this to happen over and over and over again. So, almost got a drone kill there, but not entirely. And yeah, as always, if it doesn't die, and it's still 100% effective. So yeah, there's that. So the Marine finally goes down. And in the meantime, we had this little bit of a scuffle. Let's see. Currently, yeah, this difference is not nearly as big anymore as it was in the early game, because, well, 3,000 compared to the amount they have, the 20,000, it's not too much. I mean, it's still a big deal, but it's not a huge deal. It's not like, well, you can't win anymore. Big deal. But we are going to cancel this once again. So yeah, the Terran player should be in a good spot, but then again, the Zerg player is definitely not out of it, and he should definitely be able to defend and to get some things done. So many drones here that might go down, but no, they're not going to go down because there is no way to get to them. And where are we marching off to? Seems that yeah, these Marines are going to suicide in there. Well, not really suicide. They're going to just sandwich the hell out of these drones. And yeah, I don't know where they're planning to go, but this is not going to work out. Obviously, you don't even need to stim for this, because it's easy enough to take this down. It seems that there is a little bit of a fight over here, but that is not really a big deal. Ultras are out, so maybe he wanted to suicide some of his drones. That might have been it, but he definitely didn't want to lose that base. And definitely does not care about this base anymore. Or this. Yeah, there's no base up for the... Well, no, there's one base up for the Zerg player. And the Terran player is not having enough bases either. This base is not up. This base is the only one that is up, and it is now being populated. So he does need to defend this with all of his might. Yeah, I don't know what happened to this base, whether it got lifted off and landed here, which I think it happened. But definitely doesn't have enough resources coming in to grab a decisive victory here. Because, well, the Zerg player is mining off of one base as well, and, well, even though the army for the Terran player is better, is bigger, and definitely has more replenish on it, so you can heal, and, yeah, it's just better. The Zerg army is more mobile, so he can poke and poke and poke, and, yeah, just retreat whenever units get low, and there's no way that the Terran player can actually hunt that down and kill that. We are going to get this base up, hopefully this time. No! The Terran army comes in and it's going to decimate the HP on this. That is a shame. Another 75 minerals lost. Not that that is a problem. But yeah, the 75 minerals is really not what you care about. What you care about is the fact that you can't mine there. And he does need to build like a number of... if he can put his overlords here, just put on some creep. Because they can spawn creep now at this level. Yeah, he could just put down some static defense and make sure that he doesn't get owned every single time. Because that is kind of the problem with putting down this base. He doesn't have the defense to actually, well, get it up. And oh no, that's not good. He doesn't have enough of an army there. I guess that was the nice splash there, and finally we are going in with a few Zerglings, but the few Zerglings are not enough. There are still like 5 Marines, yeah, 5 Marines are still up, and even though they're low health, it doesn't matter. They are doing a great job. Yeah, the Ultralisk, however, is going to make an end to that attack, and finally we do have another base up here, but yeah, the attack is coming in and Marines do so much damage once they're 3 and 3. I'm assuming they're 3-3 upgraded. Yeah, they are. And yeah, they do so much damage that only a handful of them can actually take out the base if you have no defense for a few seconds. And as you can see, Marines will melt pretty quickly to Ultralisk. But Ultralisk themselves will die pretty quickly to these Marauders, and Marauders take very little damage from Ultralisk. As you can see, they do quite a lot of damage to them. Yeah, the versus armored is doubled, so it's the second most powerful units against armored units. The first one being the Immortal. The Immortal does like 50 damage at level 0, and yeah, that quickly levels up. But 50 damage per shot to armored units, that is an insane amount. Obviously, Marauders a lot cheaper, so you can build more of them, but yeah. They're also not as mobile, they can't shoot air. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, you only want to get them versus Zerg if you're going up against, well, Ultras, obviously. But also against Roaches. And against Roaches they do very well. So the Marauders, of course, yeah, they don't really care about the Banelings at all. They take very little damage from Banelings. And we are getting shots on us here as the Zerg player almost out of Mutalisk, almost out of everything. And he needs to take down this flying thing. Yeah, wow, that shot. Well, there was multiple shots from these Widow Mines. Definitely not in the advantage of the Terran player. Terran player losing a lot there, and definitely didn't want that to happen like that. But he is still going to recharge these, and if all of these shoot this this Ultralisk, it is done. I think then we're kind of done with this, because this Ultralisk, yeah, that was kind of the last hope that our Zerg player had here to keep this base alive. And once this base dies, it is over, because this is his only mining base, and well, because this one, yeah, it's mined out. It is indeed mined out. So yeah, the big fight is going to get won. Yeah, there by the Terran player. He finally takes out his base. No more mining base means no more income, and that means that all of these units that are streaming in are going to just yeah, kill your bases. So even though the Terran player had some really hard times in the middle part of the game, he had a bigger army. He pushed it forward. He made sure that this base wasn't going to come up. Once he had that, he just went for the only place that you could actually go for another base. And that was over here. Whoa, heavy fought game. Yeah, definitely a good one. I'm looking forward to the rest of the games, basically. And for now, we're going to game number 2. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.